Alrighty, I have smudged the cards, and now we're going to go in with the prayer. We're going to call in our teams, right? We're going to call in our elemental teams, our spirit teams, our ancestors of light, our highest elevated ancestors, those that may want to come through, those who need to come through and give us a message, right? In this divine timing, when it comes to this Aquarius full moon, and we're shedding, right? What is it that we are releasing at this time when it comes to being a mother, and having to hold down the fort by yourself, right? So we want to return any negative eye or evil eye that may be sent out to us, any harsh judgments, anything that keeps us from, being able to press forward. And we send that to return to sender with love, right? All right. First card you see is coming out is this one. We got soul forgiveness. It came out in the upside down. Soul forgiveness. Let's finish shuffling and see what we got here. Celestial alignment. All right. What else do we have? Alrighty. Go ahead and relax. Maybe you ate too much. Okay. What else do we have? What else do we have for the single mothers who are in search of some guidance, miracles? So the message for this full moon, we have soul forgiveness so far. I'm going to pull two more cards. Let's see. Ooh, wounded healer and liberation. Make sure I can get everything in the frame. All right, so the first card is saying soul forgiveness, and she came upside down. Of course, we don't want to, with these cards, it gives attention to what needs to be, paid attention to the most. And you saw how that one came out, soul forgiveness. It's giving the energy of, don't be too hard on yourself. Show yourself some compassion. You know what I'm saying? Give yourself grace for the decisions that you've had to make in this life, right? None of us are perfect, right? And it's about seeing where you've been and really focus and pay attention to the growth that has happened. What has been done already. We cannot turn back the hands of time. Because what has happened, again, it has already happened. What we can do is we could go back and we could repair, we could do some work. But it's calling for you to be more gentle with yourself. You see how she's sitting there? She got the babies on the side of her. You know what I'm saying? You got the water flowing behind her. It's giving, yeah, we want to move past it. You got the 2 and the 8. We know that's a 10. It goes down to a 1. So that would definitely mean, let's have a fresh start. Release any of the guilt, the shame, the hurt, the whatever feelings that are coming up, the resentment, the bitterness. It's time to forgive yourself for all that has happened, the choices that you have made, and it is time to release that and to let go. Forgive yourself. Forgive others, right? And remember, it's not for us forgiving them for the things that they may have put us through or done to us, but it's to clear our heart space. And you see we got the green, right? Clear our heart space and what is really going on. Now is the time more so than ever than to really walk around with a light heart, and you got to do the work. Chiron is still retrograde in Aries, so it's about doing that self-work, the internal work, right? Clear that heart space. A lot of stuff is going to be coming up. And remember, it's how we respond versus reacting. Like, are we reacting or responding from a healed space, or are we still, coming out of that hurt space? And it's okay to feel your emotions. I say sit with your shit. It looked like she's sitting with her shit, right? She's like, man, look at this shit. What have I gotten myself into? Life. You got to remember that you signed up for this. You chose this. But guess what? You can get through it. There's no shortcuts. You can get through it. Celestial alignment is coming up. We got 41. And look how beautiful she is. Like how she is draped in these colors. You know, she's sitting there looking pretty. She has the sun in one hand. And this is definitely, with this headpiece that she has on her head, is giving the notion of keep your head straight. Celestial alignment, baby. This is ordained, right? You are exactly where you are supposed to be, even when it seems like shit is just getting tough, right? Even when it seems like you got the 4, that work going into new beginnings, equaling the 5. I just literally saw 555. Change is here. You are in alignment for that. The abundance is here, right? That's what that is signifying. Again, that headpiece, stay headstrong. You can't stand on your square being, you know what I'm saying, wobbly, trying to drop it like it's hot. It's time to stand tall, arms out. Arms out because she's ready to receive the things that are coming to her. It's giving regal. It's giving an abundance of beauty. It's giving an abundance of love. It's giving an abundance of peace. Right? This next one is miracles. I always say this. Miracles happen every day, B. You will forever be searching for the miracles if you're still expecting for miracles to have to be some whimsical, just elaborate thing, when in essence you waking up is a miracle, right? We got the 42 before going into a 2. That's that 6. That's that heart space. That's that familial space. Right? Look at these bowls. They're overflowing. Your cups are running over. Again, with the alignment. Right? With the alignment, with you being where you're supposed to be, ensuring that you are releasing what it is that you need to be, you are set up for the gold. The miracles are happening. Look at the garden around her. It's fruitful. She got pomegranates. Pomegranates definitely signify fertility. And not just, you know, of birthing children. Like, it's fruitful. It's multiplying. You know? Because she's sitting there. She's sitting there with her jewels. Like, baby, miracles happen every day. You got to put yourself in that space. You got to walk around like you are that girl. You feel me? In order to receive it, because it's not going to come to you if you in a space of having a lack mentality. But open yourself up to it. But you got to remove those heavy burdens, right? You got to release some of that stuff so you could clear up some of that energy, right? The miracles are here. The miracles happen every day. Somebody let you slide with something, you know what I'm saying? They give you some extra sauces at the store, you know what I'm saying? At the joint, you go to get you some food. That's a miracle. Nobody has to do anything for anyone, right? But it's the fact that we choose. And you choose to walk in that regalness. Look, she's sitting in that old school chair, that big chair. It's giving confidence. She's draped in all white. You know, the white repels the negativity. She is repelling all that is not serving her and sitting pretty on her throne. That's why I have the business reclaiming our throne, because it's all about us reclaiming our sovereignty, reclaiming our power, reclaiming our abundance, reclaiming all of those pieces of us that we have left on the journey, right, along the way. But again, abundance is here. Abundance does not always come in the form of financial gains, baby. Abundance is everything. And abundance can be whatever it is that you decide to focus on. You focus on negativity, you're going to have an abundance of negativity. You focus on the positive, you're going to have an abundance of positive. Again, we cannot stop these things from happening in life. And that doesn't mean that we're toxic positive. You know, we got the toxic positivity going on, but and I hope in your world, like in my world, like that stuff is a grain of salt. Okay? In this vast, vast ocean. So yes, know that your miracles are here. And then we have liberation. When we ask as far as what are we releasing, how are we moving forward, right? What's going on? We are liberating ourselves. You see how she is sitting there? She's bold. She has her spear in her hand. Look at that face over there. Right? You got somebody trying to be tucked off in the back with that mask, and she's like, nah, son, I'm good. She is liberated. She's standing right in front of the sun. That's the part of that celestial alignment as well. Look at the atmosphere she's around. Again, there's a lot of flowers around here. You might need to go buy yourself some flowers, adorn yourself with some flowers. You may end up getting some flowers, right? Look at this one. There's flowers everywhere. You might need to take a bath and put you some flowers in your bath, right? But again, that could be an old fragmented pieces of you that is hiding within the shadow, right? But what you were doing, you were freeing yourself from that. We got the 3 going into the 7. That's equaling to 1. In order to get to that liberated stage, that's a new beginning. We got new beginnings all up and through here. We got new beginnings. We got work, right? We got that heart chakra energy. We got that. It just gave me, go back to that child state. Remember, as children, we would just be what they call now the Lulu. We just know that this is what I'm going to get. And it's coming. And on most of those things, they really came. We didn't know how we're going to get it. But just know, you don't have to figure out. You just have to be open to receive those miracles. And with this liberation, you would definitely be open to receiving more. You would definitely, I'm going to read the info off this one. Number 37. 37. So Queen Mother Nanny of the Maroons was a spiritual leader, military strategist, and revolutionary. This Ashanti healer was brought to Jamaica in chains and escaped to lead rebellions. Nanny helped to free over 800 enslaved people. It says, break free. Your dreams hold the power to the keys to your liberation. You are freedom herself. Rise up. You deserve to feel free. What do you imagine for yourself? Daring to manifest your dreams is a part of personal liberation. Find your own personal liberation codes and your soul's unspoken desires. Life is too short to live without someone else to live someone else's story. Divine blessings and magic are on your side. Enjoying your freedom is fully the best gift to your ancestors. Your declaration is, my dreams empower me. What is coming to you in your dream state? Are you able to remember your dreams? Right? Pay attention to any signs or synchronicities that may be happening within your dreams, because, I mean, for me personally, dreams are, puzzle pieces. They help to fill in the blanks for me oftentimes. So before you go to bed, I'm hearing, set the intention to receive some messages in your dream, because sometimes we can't receive throughout the day because some of us are still trying to operate in survival mode, and that's no longer. Survival mode was before the liberation. After the liberation is thrive mode. So ask for something to be made clear and plain to you while in your sleep state, right? And it's whatever it is, what the season that we are going into, it is abundant, right? It is beautiful with all of the flowers and all of that. So again, tap into your dream state and ask for something to be revealed to you in your dream state. This last one came upside down. It's the Wounded Healer. 15, we got Sekhmet, right? And I'm hearing, you may be bruised, but you're not broken. So again, that taps into that soul forgiveness, right? So despite the things that you have encountered and the things that you have went through, does not mean that You are not worthy, or you can't, you know, you can't come up from that. And with this wounded healer, it is saying, look how she's standing there, right? Look how she's standing there. She got this face of this cat. She is serving, right? And be like the feline. You know, cats are fearless. Cats are mystical creatures. So despite what you have went through, I just heard that, you know, be like a cat. Baby, you still got plenty of lives to go. Although what has happened to you tried to take you out, look how balanced she is in between these two pillars. Look how tall she is standing, right? We got the 1 going into the 5. That's another 6. So 6s, look out for 6s. There's, we have 1s, 6s. Once we break the numbers down, but I'm seeing a lot of 4s. 4s represent, you know, doing the work. That's that foundation. A lot of stuff. I just heard Beyonce, I'm on a new foundation. A lot of the old stuff has to, depending on where you are at, either you are just starting to dig up those tainted roots and you are planting something new. Stay on the path. Whatever you have been through does not negate your power, your worthiness, your ability to persevere and to keep going, right? That is what makes you stronger. I just heard Kanye. That don't kill me, can only make me stronger. I know a lot of people get tired of hearing that. I've gotten so tired of hearing that, but that is the reality, because I mean, you signed up for it, right? And with you signing up for it, you knew that you were more than strong. You forgot along the way, but I'm here to remind you that you can be that wounded healer. Look how fierce she is standing there. Bitch, what? Thighs out. We got a couple ladies with their thighs out, too. I don't know. You might need to put on a little, get dressed up and put on something with your thigh hanging out or something so you can feel yourself. If you've been feeling like you lost yourself, get yourself razzle dazzle. Look how they all look. Don't nobody look sloppy. This is where we was at. And she's naked because she's being vulnerable. She's shedding all of those layers. In order to get to that core, you gotta be able to get naked. You gotta take off the everything. You have to be able to sit with yourself. It's given. You may need to do some mirror work. Talk to yourself. Sing to yourself in the mirror. Cry with yourself in the mirror. Whatever. So you can come out and be looking like this. Right? And I just want you to know that what we say earlier, there's no shortcuts to this at all, right? But this is how we start to do the work, by tapping into those shadows, right? Conquering all of those demons. Knowing that you are in alignment. Knowing that regardless of what your situation look like, baby, you are in alignment. She got the chakra colors on. Like chakras balance, baby. Chakras are balanced. Miracles are happening. Be patient with yourself. Give yourself some grace, right? Allow yourself to be open to receive divine knowledge, that divine insight that's going to help you to continue to propel forward. You may need to sit in solitude for a bit. You may need to sit in solitude. You may need to put yourself in a time out, right? Ain't nothing wrong with that. And not for like a quick time out. Sometimes, because I mean, I'm speaking from personal experience, and I know that a lot of us, sometimes we have to like really go into that hermit mode. Ooh. Pull yourself off so you can do a checks and balance on yourself. I used to call these things that I would do, I'm like, yo, I have to have a self-evaluation quarterly. I need to check in with myself. Self, are you okay? What's going on? What's up there? What's bothering you? Because I know for me, some stuff has been coming up that I'm like, okay, I'm ready to release that because I addressed that. And there's so much up in there that we done forgot about. Sis look like she got a headache. She's just like, I'm over it. But you got to take off everything. You got to get naked. You got to be vulnerable. Don't beat yourself up if you got a lot of children. I'm hearing it is okay. They chose you. You chose them for a reason. You may just have two, but if you have more than two, then definitely it's okay. Forgive yourself for the mistakes. Forgive yourself for the partners that you chose to have them with. Forgive yourself if you had abortions. Forgive yourself if you had more than one, more than two. I just saw 222, right? Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself if you don't have any children, but right, they're in heaven. They're not here physically. Make peace with that. One thing I will always suggest to people is to journal. Write that stuff down. Get it out. Just allow the pen to go, right? Just allow the pen to go. Let it flow. If you have been feeling backed up, release. Lighten the load so you can sit there and be able to receive. Look, it's time to slay those demons. She freed over 800 enslaved people. How many enslaved people are within you that needs to be released? That need to be freed? How many of those versions of you that are no longer serving you need to be released? Pack lights. Okay. We're here in Pack Light. Thank you, Spirit, so far for the message that has been coming through. Okay, what else do you have for our mamas out there when it comes to this full moon and when it comes to releasing and doing the work? This one card that just came out, it came out and it's a spread card, but it wants me to, what I just heard was, if you are dealing with someone and you are questioning, oh, what the heck? I didn't even see that. If you were questioning where you stand with them, because it says you, them, blockages, and advice and outcomes. If you were questioning where you stand, I just want to let you know that Spirit speaks clear. It's just us that try to complicate shit. So if you have to question anything right now, like, to put a pause on it. Put a pause on it. 22:44 on the time. Let it go. Release it. You can let that go for a bit. Pause and focus on yourself. The first card that flipped out, what I say, we was talking about earlier. Listen, Linda. 234 on the time. You're being asked to listen to your inner voice. It's been guiding you to do something or say something, and it's time to act on that wisdom. It's time to open up that throat chakra. Okay? Listen. What did I just say? Somebody is needing to take a break. Somebody is needing to, not be in them streets. It's time to bring it home so you can tend to the home that is inside of you. Again, I said that earlier. We cannot hear the voice of God sometimes when we are steadily trying to be out and in these spaces, especially if those are not environments where God is able to really show up fully. No distractions. No distractions. Use them, blockages, advice, and outcomes. If you got to question it, baby, let it the fuck go. Focus on you. We got open up and bravery. Open up says you're being asked to open your heart to another and let down your walls and trust that they want what's best for you. Your life will open up in wonderful ways once you decide to open up. If you were feeling that there's somebody that you need to confide in and you're getting the notion, then you just may need to confide in them. We go and we get the divine inspiration from God, our higher selves, right? But when it comes to releasing, find someone that you trust, that you are able to speak to. Get you I don't want to say mentor, but get you a divine inspirer. Someone who is at a point, is at a safe space in which you desire to be. You don't want to go to someone who, I don't want to say lower than you, but you don't want to go and pour your heart out to someone who is beneath you in a sense. So find you a trusted person and be vulnerable. Take off those layers and open up so you can be able to free yourself. But what did I say? God can't show up in spaces where the devil is playing around a lot. So whoever it is that you're supposed to be opening up to, they're gonna be someone who is in tune, someone who can give you that divine inspiration, right? Someone who can show up without judgment, without fear, without guilt or resentment. They could show up and really be an ear to assist you with getting through. Hell, they might have a story to share that'll help you to see that, oh, I can overcome whatever it is that I'm going through. Oh, you are in alignment. Oh, you can show me how I can release and get to the miracles. Oh, you can show me how I can liberate myself. The last card, bravery. It says you're being asked to make a tough decision that you've been putting off because of fear, which is understandable, but you do have the strength and bravery to make this decision, and you will feel so much lighter when you do. If it's been stop going to certain places, if it's been to stop hanging around certain people, if it's been, I may need to take the necessary steps to start focusing on my dreams, do that. Do it scared. Go bravely, right? Do it. But get yourself out of that rut. Fear has stopped so many of us from being able to do the things that we, so many things that we are called to do, right? So don't ever feel like it's the wrong time or it's too late or society say, baby, we all move at our own pace. This shit is not cookie cutter. It's not. Everyone moves at their own pace. So don't feel like you were behind. Don't feel like it's too late. Don't feel like just because you're a certain age and you're not married or you have this many kids. Fuck all of that. Fuck all of that. That is not going to stop you from getting to your goal. What will stop you is that illusion of fear. Those thoughts that come up. That's why you got to do that shadow work. Do that work to go within. Right? This is giving me a whole shadow work session. Go and tap in. Go to those. It's giving me the inner parts of yourself. Make peace with what has happened. And move past the fear that was placed there at an early age. Right? We doing things bravely. I'm gonna ask for one more card. Again, if the bravery is to leave a relationship and you were scared and you don't know how you gonna make it, baby, you gonna make it. You gonna be all right. The crazy part is, I really feel like for a great majority of us, the worst that we have ever been able to encounter in our life has already passed. You've already been through the worst. Abundance. You're being asked to open up to abundance, to believe that you're deserving of it, and to believe that it will flow to you. This is the first important step towards receiving it. Breathe deeply and trust that it is on its way. What did we just say earlier? The miracles is happening every day, B. After you be brave, after you make the decision, you ain't got to worry about nothing. Abundance comes in all forms. Abundance comes in resources, conversations, people that you meet, connections that you make. The love that you pour into yourself needs to be abundantly abundant, right? If that's a thing. Right? So it's all about really putting yourself, continue, because you are already in alignment. Because if you're having the thoughts to do something, all you got to do is listen. Open up. I just heard open up to your spirit team. Open up to your guides. Tap into your ancestors, your highest elevated ancestors. Tap into your archangels. Tap into, open up to, ask them for help. Ask them for guidance. But in order for, you can ask, you can say these things, because it's like when you pray and you pray and you pray, right? But then it's like you're not even in a space to be able to receive, to listen, because you're still trying to do. This is calling for surrender. Surrender. Resolution. Whatever it is that you've been struggling with is about to be resolved. Remember that resolutions don't always happen in the way that we hope or want, but being able to move forward and start fresh always brings relief. Baby, take that next step. This is a season where we are planting seeds. Remember that when we do readings and we read stuff, it doesn't mean that it's happening right now. Some of the stuff, depending on where you at in your journey. But a resolution, I just heard, we need a resolution. Okay? Resolution. It is here. The abundance is here. Once you open up your mouth to ask for help. Once you be quiet enough to listen for divine instructions. Once you realize that you are not used and abused. Right? Whatever it is that you've been struggling with is about to be resolved. Remember that resolutions don't always happen in the way that we hope or want. What did I just say about the miracles? If you're steadily waiting on that large fairy tale, I don't know why I said Super Sweet 16. I just saw that. Super Sweet 16. If you're waiting on that to be your miracle, baby, you'll be waiting forever. And you'll forever being disappointed and not be able to open up to your magic. Because you were looking to fantasy, right? You're looking for, when spirit is so simple. This is one thing that I'm still shocked about every time something happens. I'm like, wow, it's really simple. It could all be so simple, but you'd rather make it hard. Okay, the resolution is here. Being able to move forward and start fresh always brings relief. It's time to shed those layers. Peel back the layers. I want to shine now, bright as the sun. Allow. You're being asked to open your energy field and take down your walls of protection in order to allow goodness into your life. Sometimes, without even realizing it, we block ourselves from the flow of life. It's safe to open yourself back up. With arms wide open. I literally just saw 3303. Okay? With arms wide open. Welcome to this space. I'll show you everything. With arms wide open, allow. Continue to do the work to release those things that no longer serve you. Continue to show up for yourself in places and spaces, 33 that are going to benefit you. Take it to God. Take it all to God. Be real. When it said open up, be real about the shit that is really bothering you and the shit that is really affecting you. And like I said, without even realizing it, we be blocking ourselves and cutting ourselves off. You not speaking, you not exercising your throat chakra, saying, this is bothering me, I'm sick of this shit. I need help. Allow for the universe to be. I just heard this from Big Empress Energy. Let the universe be your sugar daddy. So you can open yourself up to the abundance with the miracles. Baby, do I want to do one more? I just looked at this deck again. This is the final card for this one. Let's see what we got. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for the divine messages that are coming through for these mamas out here. So they can continue to be their best selves, right? So they can be able to fill their kids up, with their overflow. Speak up. What I just say? Didn't I just say open up that throat chakra? Didn't I just say speak up? You were, look how she's sitting there with her blue. Look at all them fists saying power to the people. Look at that flowy water, right? 33, baby. That's another 6. Hey, them 6s is big out here. Listen. You see how she's sitting there? She ain't even got to do nothing. She got one foot in the water. And, you know, the stuff is flowing in. She said, baby, I want to eat. And they was like, what you? I got you. You want them? I got them. Dripping like water. You feel me? You feel me? Once you realize that you are worthy, look how she is. Put you on some blue. Right? Put you on some blue. Give yourself a throat massage. Do some do some humming exercises. Yell in that pillow if you need to. Hell, yell out loud if you got to. Speak up. Look, that's your whole team. Once you start speaking up, they like, hell yeah. Look at her. Look how beautiful she is, sitting there. Right? Speak up. Call it out. Declare what it is that you desire. I don't have my other cards. I kind of want to keep going. I'm going to pull one more card from here, and that's it. What on my for the road? Because this was, I feel it. This is giving me, it's all over my skin. Fresh start. Bam! You cannot make this up! Excuse me for yelling in your ear like that. You're being given the opportunity to begin again. Allow yourself to embrace this new life and open up fully to this gift that you have been given. Baby, what did I say earlier? We pulling up, depending on where you at in your journey. Wherever you at in your journey, it's calling for a fresh start, a new chapter. Whatever stuff that was planted there is kind of rotted a little bit. Okay, I ain't gonna say it's rotted. It serves its purpose, but now you need to plant something different. So you gotta pull that up, make sure you get it good. You gotta pull it up, clean it up, till the soil, right? So you can plant some new seeds for your harvest that is coming soon. So you can be able to see the benefits, reap the benefits. Remember, a fresh start. What did I just say? But in order to do that, you gotta declare that you need help. Okay? Fresh start is tied into that soul forgiveness. Realizing that even as the wounded healer, baby, you still gonna shine. You no longer walking around with those war wounds of who you were. Yeah, that's a part of me, but that is not all of me. That's just a fragment. Hey, baby, that got me to this point that I am here now. But look, and how are we showing up as the new versions of ourselves? Like royalty. Royalty, royalty, royalty. Chakras all aligned. You feel me? Liberating, cutting the heads off of anybody that's coming in the way of you and your liberation. You feel me? You feel me? Do you feel me? Open up. Realize how brave you are, baby. You had to be brave to get to this point that you are at. To get to this space that you are at, you had to be one brave mother. Shut your mouth, okay? And your abundance is here once you get to the resolution. Not once you get to the resolution, but once you decide to make the choice. You already made the choice because you're here. But once you start taking those small action steps, it doesn't have to be anything major. Those small, teensy, tiny action steps. Because the bravery card came out. Whatever it is, the choice that you are choosing or the thing that you're going back and forth of, but fear may be stopping you. Once you just get the pen and paper out, start writing that stuff out. Start allowing spirit to speak through you. Remember, when you go to sleep, whenever you see this, Ask for things to be revealed to you in your dream state if you know you're not in the, if you know you still have some work to do to build up, to be able to strengthen that connection to be able to hear. So visual representation, right? Or when you are asking for those signs to be able to hear, ask for clarity, ask for the message to be delivered directly to you, straight to the point, no chaser. I say it all the time, straight, no chaser. Hey, if this is a message for me, because back in the day, I was everywhere. I didn't know if I was my right from my left, right? But once I started to asking for my messages to be personally hand delivered to me, baby, hey, the guessing game is done. The guessing game is done. I'm gonna pull a card from this cosmic timing deck. Okay, that just went all the way down, but anyways, cosmic timing. I keep seeing November, so that's the second time. So I'm getting a feeling, okay, something good gonna happen in November. You may be able to see the benefits, right? You may be able to, you just may be able to see from the work that you decide that you are gonna put in from the second you watch this video to the future. Maybe. And I'm not gonna say maybe, because that's giving like something of doubt. There it go again. You know what I'm saying? That's leaving energy for doubt. We're not doubting nothing. We know that it's happening. In November, something great is happening. So be on the lookout, but continue to do your work so you can show up for yourself. So you could, when that blessing come, when it come in, you can be ready for it. You can be ready for it. So, I'm going to pull 3 cards. We're going to do an A, B, or C. You're going to pick a letter. You're going to pick a letter. So, you're going to choose which one you want. On when some good stuff is coming in for you. So what's the time that we have to look forward? To. A is going to be in divine timing. So that means just be patient, as I saw 4242. In divine timing. It's 7:15 on here. So I don't know what time it is. Not 7:15, 8:15. So maybe the number's 8:15 may be significant. I cannot count today. Because that's 8:20. Goodness. So you build that that equals a 1. So it's giving new beginnings in divine timing. So this just calls for being patient, okay? This thoroughly calls for being patient. If you chose letter B, we have in October. So for some of you, we saw November earlier. Hell, it could be all of it. Claim it all. So why limit yourself? But just know that miracles happen every day. But some super exciting news is coming for A in divine timing, for B in October. It's given, the Eiffel Tower represents, you know, people go to Paris and it's all about love. It was such a beautiful place. Maybe love may be coming in around October for some of you. But first, before you get to that love with anybody else, make sure you're loving on yourself. And for C, it says in the summer. So whatever that miracle is, it is giving very tropical vibes. So you could be going on vacation in summer. You know? In the summer, whenever. Just know that Don't place any limitations on yourself. Don't put too much pressure on yourself to feel like you got to heal like right now, because that's, I know people who try to like speed up their healing, and then that just causes more problems and confusion. So just relax. If you chose A, you have in divine timing, but don't be staring at the damn clock like that. You're going to go crazy. Don't be staring at the clock like that. Just know, keep on doing your work. Again, B, we have in October, whatever it is that you were clearing the way for or calling out for, or whatever intention you set out when choosing a card, this is when it's going to happen. And for C, it was in the summer. And for some of us, hell, maybe all of us, something magnificent is happening in November. So, I thank you all. Trusting that everyone will have an amazing night. My name is again Arlene, and I am the Family Alchemist, and I will be doing these readings catered to single mothers. So for all my single mothers, remember to take care of yourself. Fill up your cup so you could be able to fill up your cup and to pour into those who need you most. So I love you guys. Peace.